What's up, Internet? Welcome to Strange Antiquities. I've been really excited about this game. The original game that they made, the previous one called Strange Horticulture, is actually one of the very few games that I've played with my mom. She's a huge plant person, a horticulturalist, as you say. And despite something like Wii Sports, it's one of the very few games I was able to play with her. So now I get to share the sequel with you. Which is great. The original game is a little bit of a combination between Lucas Pope's two major games. It's a little bit of Papers, Please, as well as a little bit of Return of the Obra Dinn. So this game, I assume, is more of the same. I've been very excited about it, but I've stayed out of the loop. So I'm trying to go in as blind as possible. I'm assuming, just based off of everything that I've seen, though, that it's rather than plants that we're going to be kind of identifying and figuring out like relics and stuff. That would be my guess. I've been very excited, and I'm excited to share this with you. So here we go. I don't know why. Oh, because I tested the game, but I didn't actually click anything. So here, let's clear the save. I clicked on the game, I think, and that was enough for it to say you have a save file, I guess. As a Thaumaturge apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities, in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging, with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen. A circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of a rising dread. Ooh. So one thing that the original game had that is notable is it had multiple endings. So I don't know if this game has the same, but I have to assume probably. Day 1, Thursday. Okay, a similar layout with a lot of random stuff. Ooh, look, it's reacting to my mouse here. That's kind of cool. Okay, so yeah, a decent amount of stuff. Let's see. Oh. That's gonna be... Oh, I see. We're changing the time. Okay, that's an item here, too. Wow, this is cool. Okay, so that we're already starting to find some stuff. There's something there. Okay, maybe we'll put that one down for a second. What's down here? Whoa. Okay, so yeah, horticulture had a lot of different like weird boxes and things. Hello. Explore. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Before I get too deep into anything, we must pet the cat. Whoa, look at your heterochromia. That's sick. Okay. It wants me to press the bell, but I'm not going to do that. This looks like... Oh, okay. We have weights. A ½ pound, 1 pound, 2 pound weight. Us understanding and seeing the world is very important to us here. Ah ha ha! Oh, cool. Okay. I could pick up the candle. And then I could press this to switch from time to moon phases. Okay. Let's go back to here. So, we picked up an Explorer. I see. Oh, goodness. Okay. Undermere. Okay, Undermere is the city from Strange Horticulture, too. Cool. What is this? What the hell? Okay. Maybe these are... Yeah, let's put these things... These look like relics, not necessarily things that need to be in here. Let's see, what else we got here? That's the same symbol. Is this repeating? It is. Look, so this Z I see here and here. So where does this fall into the pattern? So I have this like bow and arrow looking thing. So it should be to the right of the bow and arrow. If I go this way. Yeah, right? Because then it's bow and arrow, symbol, this thing. So this should go here. Okay. So I need 1, 2, 3 more symbols in this pattern. What's left? Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. EW. Okay. On Thaumic fields. All Thaumic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a Thaumic lens. A diurnic field pattern. These fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. Alright, we're going to put that in there. Ooh, hello. You could use shift to bring up a magnifying glass. Good to know. Ooh, I could just do that anywhere? Awesome. And then this is our map, right? Cool. Okay. So, technically, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. So the way that this worked in horticulture is that I split my time between running the shop here and doing some exploration stuff. So I think I can already get to doing that. Let's try to explore. So Strange Horticulture is 2. What is 1? Greywick Farm. Is there any... The cellar of the wine merchant. EW. Maybe I just try here? Doesn't seem right. There's nothing there. Uh-oh. I got bad juju. Okay, so maybe we shouldn't guess on that one. Let's see if we could get more information. Also, if I use the scroll wheel, apparently it's also helps with the magnifying glass. Good to know. All right, let's not delay any further. I think we know kind of the vibe. Let's hit it. Oh. Eli White. Oh, okay. I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care, with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. Okay. Uh-huh. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts in here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. Well, too late. We're already in it. I should be back in a few days. Okay. Use arrow keys to navigate. Oh, there's more! Whoa! Okay. Scales, huh? This is locked. Cool. Okay. I kind of want to organize. I do. I kind of want to put, like all of the stuff that's like an effigy on one side. Let me just do that. Well, that could stay here actually. Let's do. Those two things are similar. Let's put you here. Let's put you here. What else we got that's hanging? This is more like cursed stuff. Let's put that over here. One more. Alright, cool. I think that's pretty good for now. Maybe I just try to move everything into a visible spectrum, minus some of this cursed stuff. Let's see. Anything else I should move in? Yeah, we can move the tree in. Why not? All this demon shit we're gonna leave out for now. Alright, let's check the book. How do I... Okay, here we go. A Guide to Occult Objects, T.S. Gill. Contents. Oh boy, okay. Alright. So we have a little bit of everything here. Let's go back to the table of contents. Index. I see. Okay, so these are different ideas of things that we're going to want to try. Alright, cool. Let's hit it. Thomas Pope. Congratulations! Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter amongst friends and shops with cats in them. If you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Use right-click on items to inspect them. Oh, wow. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, this is a lot more in-depth than the horticulture moments. Trying to see, does anything fit in there? I don't think that I have, but let's see. Okay, so Hunter's Boon is what I'm looking for. Let's go back to the table of contents. A Hunter's Boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. Okay. I think... am I crazy? Is it maybe the thing that I literally just tried to select? Hunter's Charm. Okay. Oh, this thing is straight up levitating. Look at that. Theoretically, it should be this, right? It feels like that would be that. Let me just take a look at it. Maybe this? These are smaller bones. What does this have me do? Bone. Oh, I see. It's different selections. Hard and somewhat rough. Scent and sound. A soft sound like a serpent's whisper emanates from within. It has some evil quality to it. I do not like to hold it. Oh, goodness. Okay. How about this guy? It gives me a sensation of power. I have nothing to remark. Smooth but hard ridges. Yellowy brown. Okay, so it's one of these two, I think. Unless it's this. But it said primitive, right? That's the key, I think, is that it says primitive. Primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. It's power. They're made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They're simple items without embellishment. So I would say it's probably this. Ooh. Wow, look at this. You could... Wow, holy shit. What does this do? Okay, I don't know what that means for any of this, but... I think this is just so you could completely customize your store. Okay, Hunter's Bone. Hunter's Boon. Whoops. Not bone, boon. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if that is exactly what they were looking for. Here we go. Yes! Identified. This is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On a closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Ooh, another entry to the book. Okay. Aha! Handle your first customer. You can add labels to items while inspecting them using right-click. We figured that one out. Okay. Let's get our next customer, shall we? The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. He has, like, very present eyes. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay, let's check in. Shadow hold, please. Oh, cool. Okay, and it gets knocked out. Shadow hold. A shadow hold, or ossic vessel, is a container of any kind. Sometimes a jar, or a bottle, or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an ossic spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Okay, so it has to have this design. Okay. So theoretically... that looks like it, but let's see. The box in the middle with the petals on the side. Yeah, that's probably it, but let's just check everything again. Let's make sure. No, it looked good so far. There's probably some stuff hiding in here, but... uh-oh, hold on. So we got... oh, actually, it's got to be a vessel, right? So it can't be this, because this isn't a... unless it says it's a vessel. Raised detailing. Nothing to remark. My heart feels lighter. Versus this. Pungent. Spongy. Hard and somewhat rough. Okay. Yeah, if it has to be a vessel, let's read it one more time. So it's a container, a jar, bottle, or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an ossic spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark. They're decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Yeah, I think that has to be it. So let's call this a shadow hole. Oh, hello. Shadow holes. Yeah, I don't know how I should be labeling all these things, if I should be creating a different... should I do some sort of system? Maybe if I figure out if there's some sort of categorization I should be further using all this stuff for, but for now, I think this is fine. Nice. This item is a container of some kind. The design on the bottle is the same as the sketch. Okay, so I see. It's explained. I actually really like that. The game is telling us exactly how we should have been able to get to that. A sun bond. There's an auto-labeling option in the settings if adding labels by hand isn't your thing. I think it is my thing. I'm going to be up in my own head about what is or is not the correct way to do this. I love that it all moves when we move. That's fun. All right, here we go. David Schaefer. What's with all these ravens flying around Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. The letter for you. Okay. We've discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. In a desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Okay. So let's go exploring, right? Quarry yard. Where is the boatyard? Here we go. There we go. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of browned papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Uh-huh. So, more pages. Apparently, as an afterthought and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I've no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. Ooh, we got a new one. That looks cursed, though, so you're going over here. I could be wrong about that. Okay, so that's checked off. So we're good here. So I could put... I'm going to put discarded letters here. Anything that we've used properly. All right. I think we're ready for the next customer. Stanley Hume, or Hume. I want an ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. Ossic ring. Oh, I see. He's like snake talk. Oop. Okay, so let's go to this guy. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Corchin, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They're hard to come across now, but they're occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Corchin's unearthly hiss when they hold an ossic ring up to their ear. I think we've already found this because this said it sounds like Serpent's Whisper. Hard and somewhat rough. Coarse fibers. It has somewhat evil quality to it. I do not like to hold it. I think this might be it. It's a ring, so that helps. Let's just check some of this other stuff. Nothing to remark. Anything else that could be considered an ossic ring? I don't think so. I think that's pretty much going to be it, right? So let's check it one more time. It's Corchin's unearthly hiss when they hold an ossic ring up to their ear. Yeah, that's got to be it. So, very good. Let's put that in here. Yes! Made of bone. This item satisfies the description macabre. Closer inspection confirms that a hissing noise can indeed be heard. Cool. And we're getting more entries as we go. All right, let's keep going. Edmund Bishop. Oh, I like your look, my friend. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing, to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into, and they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there and I'd like to know what. A voice of Cernunnos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. Voice of Cernunnos. Okay, so what do we got? The name Voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. Cernunnos wearing his torque. Ooh, but interesting. Is it this or is it this? Or the bands. It could be a bunch of things. So it's bronze, so that has to be true. And it has to be depicted as a shape that's currently on this drawing. So let's try. What else do I see him holding or wearing? Gold? No. This was bronze. An uneven texture. Not giving us much on that one. That could very easily be this. Anything else you could be wearing? Appears to be a fossilized creature. Well, that's not it. Bronze. Okay. Raised detailing. Nothing to remark. My heart feels lighter. Could be this also. Brown fabric, bone. But that's not the right material. So the biggest thing we have to go off is that it's bronze. And the only thing that I can see that is bronze that fits the the description is probably this thing. And that would be the thing around his neck. Not this. It'd be this. I think we try it. So... Oop, I keep doing it. Voice of Cernunnos. Just want to make sure I spelled that right. Alright, let's see. Nice! Items made of bronze, a similar looking item in the sketch. Great. Another one. Ooh, that one doesn't even have a picture. Closed! End day. We can and certainly do that. But before we do that, I'm going to call it an episode. I'm really, really excited about this game. This is going to be really cool. You could already see I'm loving my setup here. This is the type of cozy game that I was expecting, and I love it. I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see any of the future episodes of this series. If you're watching along with me playing this in real time, you could check out the other playlists on the channel of all the other games we've played, of all of our puzzle and mystery and detective games. There's a lot of good ones to pick from, so if you haven't watched those, you can check them all out now. Until next time, though, we'll see you then. See you soon.